People in the small village of Grey Hollow still whisper about a girl named Leah Maran, the quiet child who spent more time talking to darkness than to people. Leah wasn't strange at first, just shy, thoughtful, always drawing shapes that looked like long silhouettes following her. She lived with her grandmother in a crooked old house at the end of Pine Street. The house leaned slightly, like it was always listening, but the shadows inside it listened too. Leah's grandmother said she was 5 years old when she first started talking to the dark. One evening during a power outage, the old woman walked into Leah's room and found her sitting on the floor, holding a Nothing. What are you doing, darling? Her grandmother asked. Leah smiled. It's okay, Nana. They're friendly. Planned. That was the beginning. By the time she was 8, Leah no longer waited for the lights to go out. She greeted her shadows every night as if they were old friends. And one night, her grandmother heard 2 voices. Leah's soft voice and another whispery and low. Planned. The old woman froze outside the door. Who are you talking to? She demanded. The next morning, Leah frowned. You don't have to worry. They're just lonely. Animals avoided the girl. Children refused to play with her. Even adults crossed the street when she walked by lands, because wherever Leah stood, the shadows around her moved just a second too late, like they were thinking. Damned at school, kids whispered that her shadow sometimes smiled. And once, a teacher swore that Leah's shadow turned its head, even though she didn't move. On her 12th birthday, Leah came home pale and shaking. They're scared, she whispered. Who? Her grandmother asked. Plym, the shadows. They say something else is coming. That night, the walls seemed to breathe. Darkness pooled in corners like ink spreading across paper. At r.sursana.m, Leah woke her grandmother. They want to hide, Leah said, but they can't hide from it. A cold wind blew through the closed windows. Land. Something heavy stomped across the roof. Something bigger than a person. Something that made the shadows tremble. Leah walked downstairs, barefoot, toward the living room. Her grandmother begged her to stop, but Leah kept walking. The shadows in the room stretched toward her like hands. They say only I can do it, she whispered. Only someone someone who can speak their language. The darkness beneath her feet began to swirl. A circular shape appeared. A doorway made entirely of shadow. What are you doing? Her grandmother cried. Bland. Leah turned and gave her a sad smile. I'm helping him. Go home. Leah stepped into the swirling darkness. The shadows latched onto her ankles like frightened children and pulled her gently into the dark. Before she vanished completely, she looked up at her grandmother and spoke one last time. No. Don't turn on the lights. Gamda. The room went silent, the shadow door closed, and Leah Maran was gone. When the authorities came, they found no signs of a break-in, no footprints, no forced doors. But the shadows in the house behaved strangely, stretching, flickering, shaking as if breathing. The villagers abandoned the place. No one dared go inside. But some nights, if you stand at the edge of the property and listen very closely, Bolland, you can hear a girl whispering to the darkness. And even worse, the shadows whisper back.